The story begins with a beautiful girl named Nellie who was very upset with her life because her husband, Joy, did not do any work. Joy was lazy and used to take drugs. Nellie told him many times to find a job, but he never listened. Nellie left home every day saying she was going to work. All the house responsibilities were on Nellie's weak shoulders. To earn a little money, she worked in different places. From 9 in the morning to 5 in the evening, she worked in a printing office and after that at a bakery. One day before going to the bakery, she met her friend Malena and looked very sad. When Malena asked her the reason, Nellie said, "I have no hope from Joy now." She said he can neither take care of the home nor help her with her needs. At that moment, Malena's friend Wilson came there. Wilson was a rich man and had met Nellie many years ago, but they were talking for the first time. When Malena went to the bathroom, Wilson and Nellie started talking. Wilson understood that Nellie needed money and also a good job. He wanted to write a book, so he asked Nellie for help and promised to give her good payment. Nellie felt like Wilson was offering her the job out of pity, so she refused. After a while, when Malena came back, all three of them left together. On the way, Malena told Nellie that Wilson was her lover some years ago, but now they are just good friends. Nellie spent some time with Malena and then went back to the bakery to continue her work. The next day, when she went to her job, she was told that she had been fired. Nellie really needed a job, so she went to meet Wilson and said yes to working with him. She came home and told Joy about Wilson. She also said that today's food was bought with Wilson's money. Joy could not digest the fact that a stranger had given money to Nellie, but because he had no job, he stayed quiet. While eating, Nellie suddenly said, "I'm tired of paying your expenses and I don't want to live like this anymore. I want a divorce." Lazy Joy made a small effort to stop her, which made Nellie even more hurt. The next day she left the house. She went to live with her friend Malena for a few days. Then she met Wilson again. They both sat in a cafe and talked about work. Slowly they became good friends. Malena told Nellie that Wilson was separated from his wife and now lived alone in a big house. A few days later, Nellie was at Wilson's house where she had to type his book. Wilson was very happy to see Nellie and he himself arranged tea and water for her. He made sure everything was ready for her so she wouldn't face any problems during work. Nellie worked hard while Wilson kept getting lost in her beauty. While working with Wilson, Nellie got to know about his life. During this time, Wilson received a phone call from his wife Luciana, which made him sad. Nellie laughed at him. With time, their friendship grew stronger and Nellie's life started to improve. Malena was also happy that her friend's problems had reduced. Nellie had now bought a new house where she was going to live alone. Every day she went to Wilson's house and helped him write his book. While talking to Wilson, Nellie found out that he was once a well-known judge in the city. Wilson told Nellie all the secrets of his life, but Nellie did not share anything about her past. When half of the book was completed, Nellie went to meet a book printer named Jaron on Wilson's request so that he could help publish the book. Friends, if you are watching this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Jaron told Nellie that Wilson was very happy with her work. While talking, he also asked Nellie for her phone number. A few days later, when Nellie came to work, Wilson introduced her to his daughter and son-in-law. His daughter's name was Eva. Eva thought that Nellie was in love with her father, but still she happily met Nellie because she wanted someone to care for her old father. When they left, Wilson told Nellie that he often meets his daughter but never meets his son because he lives in another country with his mother. While they were talking, Jaron called and invited Nellie for dinner. When Nellie told Wilson about it, he felt sad because he had started liking her but could not say it. At Wilson's house, a young man named Nathan also worked who looked after his books. Nellie was so beautiful that even Nathan started getting attracted to her. Nellie also noticed this. At night, Nellie went for dinner with Jaron. They talked a lot there. In fact, Jaron used to come to the bakery where Nellie worked before. That was where they first met. Both liked each other but neither had shared their feelings. The next morning when Nellie came to work, Wilson asked her about the dinner. Nellie told Wilson everything honestly, which made Wilson feel jealous. He knew that Nellie could never be his, but still he could not stop his feelings. At that time, Wilson's back started hurting. Nellie quickly helped him. She cleared the sofa and made Wilson lie on it. Then she gently started giving him a back massage. After many years, someone had touched Wilson with care and his body felt warm. But he still could not do anything even if he wanted to. That night, Wilson also took Nellie for dinner. The hotel was expensive, and the food he ordered for her was also costly. Seeing all this, Nellie felt very happy. It was the first time in her life she came to such a rich place, and it was possible only because of Wilson. She thanked Wilson for coming into her life. People in the hotel who saw them together started thinking that Nellie was walking around with an old rich man for money. But Nellie and Wilson didn't care what others thought. After dinner, Nellie went to meet Jaron. Because of the rain, she was soaked. When Jaron saw her wet, his heart started beating faster. As soon as they looked into each other's eyes, they got close and a love relationship began between them. Now Nellie often started meeting Jaron. Both of them had begun to like each other. One day, Nellie's mother called and told her that Joy had tried to take his own life. Nellie left everything and rushed to the hospital. But when she got there, she found out that Joy had taken sleeping pills by mistake. It was not a suicide attempt. On the other side, Wilson's book was close to being finished, but he could not write the ending properly. He started getting angry. In reality, his anger was not because of the story but because of Nellie and Jaron's growing relationship. When Wilson said some hurtful things, Nellie also got angry and shouted back. Some of Nellie's words broke Wilson's heart. She told him that she would come back after a few days. After Nellie left, Wilson felt very sad. Seeing him in this condition, Malena understood that Wilson had fallen in love with Nellie. A few days later, Nellie returned. Wilson was about to finish his book. They both started talking nicely again. Nellie realized from his words that he liked her. But she didn't give it much thought. One evening when she went out with Jaron, he told her that he wanted to marry her. But Nellie said no because she didn't want to be in a relationship. Jaron didn't like her answer and ended his relationship with Nellie. This breakup made Nellie very sad, so she went to meet Wilson. They sat together and drank wine. That night, for the first time, Nellie shared her true feelings. She said she was scared of falling in love. That night, Nellie stayed at Wilson's house. Late at night, Wilson came into her room and started looking at her while she was sleeping. When he saw her beautiful body, he could not control his feelings and tried to touch her. Nellie opened her eyes. But instead of getting angry, she held his hand. They spent the whole night together. The next day, Wilson's wife Luciana came to visit him. They talked to each other and realized that they still had love in their hearts. A while later, Nellie came and found out that Wilson was going with his wife to meet his son. Before leaving, Wilson gave Nellie the responsibility to get his book published. Nellie was sad that Wilson was leaving, but she was also happy for him because he was going to meet his son. After Wilson left, Nellie completed his book. Then she met Jaron again to publish it and to fix their connection. And with this, the story comes to an end. If you liked the story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video.